around down in a little beach town.
Wow, you know, that song right there, what a song to be ending this segment just after a great discussion about Major League Baseball, the game of summer. That song right there reminds me, that's everything of summer, and it can't help but to get me excited for next year in July for our vacation down on the beach in a little beach town. And I believe we'll be listening to EP, I believe they call this. Is that right, Mike?
Right, there's only 6 songs on it.
Of 6 songs is of the one and only who? I'm going to let you say this.
Keith Sykes.
Keith Sykes.
Out of Memphis.
That's right, out of Memphis. Mike Kimmy's hero, who we got to go see live, and what a night that was.
Well, I think we need to talk about, we went and saw Keith Sykes live the other night, and he was great, man. I'll tell you what, I loved his performance. He did a lot of songs with Jimmy Buffett, and they've been playing all throughout this episode. But the reason that we went to see Keith Sykes was a very special event. And it was briefly mentioned earlier, but I don't think it was explained to our listeners. It's an event that's called Micah-Palooza. And Micah-Palooza is because our very own, the weatherman, the Zen master, Mike Kimmy, it was his birthday, it was his week, and this is his month. So I think you and I, we need to sing happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mike. Happy birthday to you.
Thanks, fellas. I could have had a better Micah-Palooza.
And you
just
couldn't
having you guys around.
And not to mention, Keith Sykes actually said happy birthday to you on stage.
He did. Yeah,
and look, they got to look up Keith Sykes on Facebook. I mean, he is. I'd look him up, check out his music. He's a lot of fun to listen to. Great guy. I mean, he hung out with Mike for a little bit, and we might even share some pictures on this podcast.
Maybe
on our
so.
page on
Maybe so. Right, so, you got who wants to kick this off?
Well, mine's not actually going to be a rant of the week because I'm at peace, man. I got Zen. It's all good tonight, even though I'm a little disappointed. Really wanted to see my Yellville Panthers team play with, Yellville Summit football coach Tommy Britt. We had him on our last show. Really wanted to see the Panthers play because I know they were going to win tonight, but the weather did not cooperate with us. But we've had a little adventure. We've been all over north central Arkansas, just kind of roaming around. And now, we decided, hey, let's go and just do a show tonight since we had too much time on our hands. But my thing is this week is a lot of things going on. You have high school sports really getting to kick in gear now that everyone's back to school. Basketball season getting ready to start. I've been enjoying going out and watching football and stuff with the high schools. And I'm just really, excited. My wife came out of retirement this last week, so that's going to be my rant. She decided to step out and play rag ball. She hadn't played in about 13 years, and just on a whim went out and played. Had a great game on I think Thursday night. Tuesday night, I'm sorry. Then she ended up playing again on Thursday night.
Kelly the Crusher McBee.
Yeah, Kelly the Crusher. Unfortunately, Kelly the Crusher kind of got injured a little bit in that second game, but that's because she was giving it her all. But just wanted to throw a shout out. So proud of her, watching her get out and play ball, seeing the smile, not on just her face playing, but you see the smile on all the people out there playing ball. And to me, there's so much on the news about, dividing between Republicans and Democrats and all this with the election. To me, sports brings people all together. Enjoyed watching her get out and play. Really proud of her. She said she's going to be back playing next week. So she's been icing up and she's going to be good to go. And just really proud of it was fun just getting ready to, just sitting out there and getting, to watch her play ball again. It was a blast. I really enjoyed doing it. And who knows, maybe old Diamond Dave might come out of retirement next year. You never know.
That would be awesome to see. And I'm with you, Dave, on, just being in peace. And, I don't have a gripe either. What I want to talk about is, the Braves. Their Turner Field. After 20 years, go Braves, tomahawk chop.
Yeah, I'm chopping right now.
He's chopping.
Yeah.
But Turner Field, after 20 years, is they're retiring the field instead of redoing that field. They're going to actually build a new field. I think they announced that back in 2013. 2013. 2013.
It's getting late. It's almost midnight.
2013. They're going to be moving the stadium, and I think this is where the controversy came in for people in Atlanta. Was they're moving the stadium from downtown to just north. It's going to be actually in Cobb County, north of Atlanta. But here's what I say to that. I know there's controversy around it, but when you're moving it out, you've got to think about the area it's going to be moving in. There's going to be a lot of opportunity for that area. So that's a positive. And speaking of positives, is all the memories you had in Turner Field for all the years there, and now you got this new stadium coming in, and it's going to be, I think SunTrust is the one. It's going to be called SunTrust Park. I think there's I believe a 25-year contract for it to be named that. But anyways, the future, and with the future is opportunity and new memories. And for me, that's what it's about with sports. Just bring people together. And that's what I.
And by the way, I'd like to throw out this next year. That when we leave on our trip, I'm just saying. All right, when we leave from Florida next year, the Dodgers will be in Atlanta.
Oh.
So that's something to think about. All right.
Maybe you're thinking maybe a
side trip.
Maybe to North Atlanta this time,
yeah.
right?
And so we'll talk about that later. But there are two teams. This is what I'm a big baseball fan. I'm going to talk about baseball. There are two teams that I really just hate, and hate's a strong word, but I think in sports you can hate it. No, I think hate is the right word.
Our Zen is leaving.
Yankees and the Giants. But over the years, the Giants have really taken over the mantle of the most hated team. But because the Dodgers play them often, and the Giants have crushed my heart so much over the years. Not this year, though. Dodgers have a 4-game lead. See what happens. They could blow it. Right now, Dodgers somehow have still have a lead, despite the fact that the best pitcher in the game was out for almost 2 months, well, over 2 months, and I'm just going to give a shout out, as hard as it is for me to do, to the Yankees. The Yankees, before the trading deadline, they were huge sellers. They traded their back end of their bullpen, Andrew Miller and Aroldis Chapman, two of the best relievers in the game, and Carlos Beltran. And then as soon as that happened, they started winning. And they are, as we speak, they are only 2.5 games. I think that 3.5 games they lost tonight for their third loss. They're only 3.5 games out of the wild card. They have the second best second best record in the league behind the Cubs. So shout out to them. Sometimes when you have a few veterans and you bring in some young players, that stuff can work too. It doesn't have to be a $200 million roster, as the teams like the Dodgers have learned, and Yankees in the past.
Well, speaking of shout out, and I hate to leave, but it's almost time to go. But we have a shout out to throw out because we have two major announcements coming up that we're going to share.
They're huge.
Huge.
These announcements are so huge it'll make your head spin.
I think we need a drum roll for this one. What do you think, Maestro?
I think so. In the coming weeks, very soon, the talks have been finalized. Everything except for the final date. We are going to have an interview with the legendary flippin' Bobcat basketball coach, Dion Hargrove. And so all of Marion County you get fired up because you're going to hear stories from Dion, from the basketball court, to we're going to learn a little bit about Dion, sort of like Tommy Britt. So we're super excited about that, and Dion is excited about that.
Oh, we are so looking forward to having him on the show. I mean, he is, the best men's basketball coach, in my opinion, in North Central Arkansas, and I'm looking forward to getting to have a conversation with him. But Mike, I got another big announcement too. We have negotiations with Dion to get that interview. We've also been in negotiation with the Arkansas Tornadoes. Guess what? The one only Diamond David McBee, the Weatherman and Zen Man Mike Hemme, and Joey Football. We're going to be back in the saddle this spring with the Arkansas Tornadoes. Arkansas Tornadoes and the legendary Deion Hargrove coming up. Tell you what, Sports Talk McKinney Season 3 is going to be epic. Have a great week, and we're out here on Sports Talk is McKinney.
Sun becomes too hot, well, we can slip into some shade down in a little beach town. We can watch the sun go up and down. A white folk can try to make the skin turn brown.